I'm Frances Lopez. I'm the Executive Director of the Los Angeles County Brewerscope. We're here at Eagle Rock Brewery today to talk to some talented members of the Los Angeles Philharmonic about music, beer, and the Casual Fridays concert series. So where did you come from before the LAPhil?
I'm actually from Spain.
Okay.
Is where I started my career, my musical career. But the last place I've been before coming to LA was in Munich, Germany.
Oh, wow.
A city
Really
with
great beer
great
town.
beer and with great orchestras.
Did you ever get to partake in any of the beer festivities, like Oktoberfest or just going to
Oktoberfest is like the
pubs?
huge, it's like a really huge thing. And even if you don't want to participate, it's like almost impossible. Munich is like a very small city,
It
so
sucks you in.
everything brings your own beer at some point.
So how long have you been with the LAPhil?
I've been with the LAPhil for a year and a half now. Being here is something very different for me. I wasn't used to perform like a lot of new music, and this is what this orchestra does the best. Our tradition is in the future, and I love that conception. I really love performing new pieces, world premieres, working with another artists like painters or dancers or visual artists. And I have learned a lot about beer too. I didn't know that there is so many different types of beers. Right now, getting into IPA's world, and it's something I really enjoy a lot. By the way, which beer are we drinking today?
We're actually drinking a brand new beer from Eagle Rock Brewery, which is where we're at. This is a 3056 Pale Ale. They just canned this a couple of weeks ago, and I hope you like it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud.
You know something that I used to say, and I really believe in that, is like my favorite beer is the one I'm drinking right now. Because beers are like people. There is so many kind of them and types of them and so many different characters. And depending on how you feel is how whatever you drink it is gonna taste. So, and I feel right now very good with you here talking. So
Beautiful.
that beer is like the best beer in the world.
And I love being in the moment, and I think that that's something that translates to when, for example, when we go to a performance, you know, like when you go to a concert, you're very much in the moment. You're absorbing everything that's happening around you.
Definitely.
And a lot of the times you're hearing something for the first time, much like you're tasting something for the first time. What would you say are the similarities between discovering a new beer and playing a new piece?
When you approach a new piece of music, you are not sure if you're gonna like it or not until you hear the complete thing. And then you hear different nuances, maybe this instrument play that part.
Exactly, you have to fully
You have
immerse
to
yourself
fully,
in the experience.
yeah, correct, fully listen to the piece and then to process it inside of you. As an
You know?
orchestra, you cannot stop performing Mozart, Beethoven,
Yeah, like we're never going to
Wagner,
stop making
or Mahler,
lagers.
correct.
Lagers and pale ales will always be there.
Yeah, but you also have to give opportunities to new composers to show what they are doing nowadays. So it's the same thing with beer, right? I mean, you cannot drink, and I love drinking that beer making in breweries from 1850, but I also like experimenting with new things.
Right,
Yeah,
and
this
I
is
think
what
that that's what
composers
you're
are
doing.
doing nowadays too.
Exactly.
Experimenting with new sounds, new instruments.
So you had mentioned that since moving to Los Angeles, it's been a whole new experience for you. I'm assuming that your previous orchestras didn't quite have a program like Casual Fridays. So how has that been for you as a newer member of the orchestra?
I saw what the Casual Friday was for the first time. First I thought, I think my colleagues forgot to dress up for the concert because they were all wearing like casual.
Were you dressed up?
Yeah, I had to admit it. I was in the locker room like putting my tails on and somebody told me, no, you don't need to do that today. I was like, okay, that's very cool. People always have a lot of questions. Sometimes I meet with people from the audience in the elevator going to the parking lot or outside of the building. They see you with your instrument and they are really always willing to ask you questions.
Do you feel like you guys achieve a level of engagement that you've never seen before?
Definitely. people can ask this person question at the end of the concert, and then they can go all backstage and share a good beer like this one and talk about music, about your life. They're very interested in your personal life.
Exactly.
Because you are just a name related to an instrument in a brochure of the orchestra of this concert.
It humanizes the experience, you know. It lets us connect with you guys on a deeper level.
I mean, wouldn't you love to meet with the actors and actresses on the movie you are seeing on the theater after the movie?
And to understand how they got, like how they pulled that role out, you know?
You know, we musicians are normally always surrounded by musicians. I looked to my cell phone contact list, and there is always a name and an instrument. We love to talk about music, but talking about music with musicians is not the same. Because the level of kindness of the people approaching the music from outside of the music world is amazing. And sometimes people think that because you are already in an orchestra, like in the LAPhil level, you don't have to practice anymore or something like that. And it is kind of the opposite. Music is something you have to practice to get better and better. And this is going to be like that for your whole life. And probably the older you get, the more you have to practice. You need to be here by tomorrow, and here by day after tomorrow, and here by next month. And that will make not only your level, but the level of the whole orchestra raise a lot. A lot of people also ask me, what makes good orchestras being that good? The fact that every single musician, they make their best to be better musicians every day and to be as good as they can be in every single rehearsal and every single bar, in every single note you play, not only the performance. So that is what makes an orchestra be a great orchestra like the LAPhil is.